This is Pat Iyer with Legal Nurse Podcast. I have been talking with Mary Ann Seibold, who spent 4 years in a role of reviewing care delivered to Medicare Advantage patients before she opened up her legal nurse consulting business. And if you've never been part of this world, I think you'll find it fascinating to understand why this is such a big issue in healthcare in the United States and what type of system exists to try to reduce the problems that are created in our system. Maryann, what were some of the key points that we talked about in your show?
Well, we did talk about utilization management and how that's a process to ensure that the appropriate care is going to the appropriate patient at the appropriate level. And we just talked about how it's important to have a nurse review those cases because they, with their healthcare knowledge and evidence-based criteria practices, can be saving healthcare dollars and preventing waste, inappropriate use, abuse, and fraud within the healthcare system to ensure that healthcare costs don't balloon out of control. We use evidence-based practice both within the facilities and within the insurance companies and compare that to ensure that the standards of care are being met. If those standards of care conflict, there are appeals processes and higher levels of review that can be conducted. There are several agencies that do regulate UMs within the insurance programs and within the healthcare facilities that they do sometimes conflict, but majority of the time, especially in the insurance industry, you might focus on the more stringent of the two to ensure that you're meeting compliance across the board.
As you can see, we covered a lot of territory, and I think you'll get a lot out of Maryann's podcast. Be sure to click over to her full interview so that you get the benefit of her knowledge and perhaps a new perspective on what goes on behind the scenes in reviewing the quality of care in healthcare. Thanks so much.